from Southwest Florida's morning news source. This is Fox 4 News Rising.
Well, I'm here with Patrick Logue from Bark Busters. Jake is just chilling here on the floor, and we're going to give you some tips today that maybe you can use in your own doggy training. Of course, Patrick the master, and it's summertime, so we're out walking the dogs. They're at the doggy beach, at the dog park. How do you kind of keep control of your dog if you're in an outdoor setting and they just like to take off?
Right. Well, you know, dogs often are big motion sensors, so they might get a see out of a rabbit or a ball with a kid, and being able to have a dog come when called is very important. But in order to have an appreciation of, well, why would a dog come? So if we think about it, if we're standing upright and we're nice and big and tall, well, this is a fairly imposing figure.
Okay.
Particularly from a dog's perspective. Dogs really view the world from where Jake is. It's a very low-level type thing.
He's got about 3 inches on the world right now.
Right, absolutely. So rather than yell at your dog and, you know, act crazily from the dog's perspective and be big and puffy, if we simply show the dog what it is that we really want,
okay,
by getting small, getting really down on his level, it should really enhance his ability to come to you.
Okay, so can we see Jake in action?
Sure, absolutely.
All right,
Let's
so we're
give him his name a call here. Hey, buddy. Good boy.
And you didn't even say come or get forceful, but he knew because you're on his level to come to you.
I'm more on his level, more on his perspective, and I use a nice light kissy sound. Dogs tend to like squeaky toys. Dog owners go into pet stores, they buy all kinds of squeaky toys.
Now, I never would have correlated if you make the squeaky toy the same as
the same type of
sound.
Excitement level will happen. And if we kind of reverse this, if we're now going to stand up here,
okay,
if we reverse this and now I'm nice and big, well, why would anyone want to come to this?
Right.
Think about how we want to approach our kids and we want to get our kids' attention. Do we start using big words and big deep tones and things like that?
No, you don't get big and mean, you get down on that level
we go,
and you
hey,
talk
buddy.
nice.
Absolutely. So if we can approach the world from more of your dog's perspective, you'll probably be able to have a better relationship with them.
And that is a great tip. Patrick's going to be sticking around and checking back with us in a little bit at the 8 o'clock hour. But in the meantime, barkbusters.com's got all the info, or 877-500-2275. We'll be back after a quick break. We are here with Patrick Logue from Bark Busters. He's got some great tips. If Fido's a little too rambunctious this summer, which is easy enough to understand, it's summertime, you got the doggy beach and all the walks, and the kids are out running around, the weather is nice,
right,
or it's wet and muddy like it is right now.
Right, all kinds of distractions, and it's important that when you're out with your dog that obviously, well, you have control of your dog.
Right.
So we're just going to give you a little tip about how to properly handle a leash. We would highly recommend a kind of a standard 6-foot leash. The retractable leashes are absolutely wonderful for dogs that are well behaved. But if you find that your dog is more in the line of pulling you,
right,
rather than you walking in front, well, then that might be a bit of a problem.
You're going to get tripped up.
I've done that. You're like,
jerk, jerk.
Well, in addition to that, the retractable leashes maybe can wrap around somebody, and then we've all seen situations where leashes get entwined and twangled, and everybody's
and down you go like a house of cards.
Absolutely. So just real quickly, a great way to get a dog's attention on leash is while you're walking.
Okay. Come on, Jake. Come on, Jake. Jake, of course, is the calmest dog ever, so right, he's not exactly rambunctious.
If while we're walking and your dog does get out in front of you, if we just take a little quick step back alongside of him and then give his collar a little tug.
He'll lay down like that?
Well, that should generally get his attention. We have a little bit of a limit here. But we want to be able to make sure that the dog's focus is on you. So even though Jake isn't necessarily pulling me, when I did give his collar a little tug, you can see he comes looking right back at me. We want to make sure that the dog starts to feel as though you, as the handler, owner, always need to be in its peripheral vision.
Okay.
And if you're always in the dog's peripheral vision, well, then it will never be out in front pulling you.
Well, it's going to be looking for you for the cues as well, because you become the master, the obvious master.
The leader. And, you know, the funny thing is dogs take the game, follow the leader, literally. So if your dog is walking out in front of you,
it's the leader.
It is the leader. Now, whether that means that he is the leader in other facets of your house, well, check out our website and take the behavioral quiz. But it's not the end of the world that your dog is in front, but it could be the beginning of the end.
Right, because then they get too much freedom and they get used to the idea and they start walking you permanently.
They start walking you permanently. They start taking assumptions with what their role is within your family. So sometimes dogs that often pull or walk ahead on leash often bark and charge the front door and jump up on people and other destructive things that a majority of our clients tend not to enjoy.
I like the idea of the behavior test. It's right on the website of barkbusters.com. Go ahead and take it, and if you find your dog is maybe checking off too many of the categories, give Patrick a call. Barkbusters is 1-877-500-2275. As always, thanks to Patrick and Jake, the coolest dog on the planet, for stopping by. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
While Bill taking over our studios next.